subscribe.
I walked away from $7 million to be able to share this story that all of you are about to hear. I'm sure some of you are thinking, how? Well, because someone tried paying that amount of money to keep my mouth shut. If it's not obvious by now, I am not for sale. I have never been for sale, and I will never be for sale. Also, I don't have to be. I will always prioritize doing the right and moral thing before any amount of money. So I declined, and today I am going to share that story with all of you. As many of you know, I started a mission about 3 years ago in which millions of you around the world joined me on. That mission is called Unified Healing. It started with a simple interview posted on my YouTube channel that completely changed the world. The name of the interview was The Revolution of Healing. Little did I know that the true revolution would only begin 3 years later. And that day is today. 3 years ago, millions of you watched that interview, resonated with it, and took action after doing so. In less than 3 years, we've successfully facilitated in opening over 500 wellness centers in over 50 countries around the world, thanks to all the individuals who stepped up to open these centers around the world. They are the real reason why we've all seen such success all around the world with this mission, and they deserve all the credit. Millions of you have experienced these wellness centers firsthand and have shared some incredible testimonials as well. While the technology in these centers was initially intended for conscious and spiritual expansion, with that also comes a healthy body as well. And for that reason, we've seen people have incredible turnarounds in virtually all types of ailments, showing the power that the body has to heal itself. Anywhere from cancer, heart disease, depression, allergies, digestion, inflammation, pain relief, vision impairment, and even autism. The list goes on and on. I know it sounds far-fetched, but this is what we've seen firsthand, thanks to all of the incredible wellness center owners around the world who have stood up to make all of this possible for humanity. As part of this mission, I've also connected with some incredible individuals, including Tony Robbins, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Dr. Bryan Ardis, and many others, to ensure the success of this mission, which was and always will be focused on helping humanity heal itself. Over the past few months, a series of mind-blowing events unfolded that completely blew my mind and rocked my world, while also helping me find immense strength in forging the path for next steps forward, which are going to completely change the entire landscape of health and wellness in our world over the next couple of years. I cannot stress enough that although the story you are about to hear may shock you, what you are also about to hear only strengthens and reaffirms the power of this technology. And I know more will now become aware of it because of what just happened. After all, we have to ask ourselves, what technology can make its way around the world so fast in just a few years with no major investors or backers behind it organically? Only the best technologies in the world can achieve such a level of success. And now it's only about to get better, more affordable, and more accessible for all. May the following story be a perfect example for us all that everything in life is a blessing. And when we align with honor and integrity, only the best outcomes show themselves, even if they're hard to see in the very beginning. What's going on right now is also a perfect lesson in life that shows us that embedded within the most difficult moments exists the brightest of all lights. Before I share the story, I want to put the spotlight on all of the incredible individuals who stepped up to open centers with this incredible technology around the world. They deserve all the credit and all of the support from each and every one of us. After you watch this video in its entirety, I ask you all to go visit a center closest to you that can be found on unifiedhealing.com to show your support. So let's begin. Allow me to spare you the details and simply provide you all with a few bullet points to outline the series of events that brought us here today. Over the past 3 years, Unified Healing brought the technology company it was promoting, called EE System, from a small mom and pop shop selling less than 10 systems a year to a world-renowned brand selling hundreds of systems a year, leading to the development of hundreds of wellness centers around the world over the last 3 years alone. To put this into perspective, in their first 25 years of existence, they had just about 20 centers worldwide. Unified Healing helped bring that number to over 500 centers worldwide in less than 3 years, primarily due to all of the incredible individuals who aligned with this mission and opened centers all around the world. In mid-2024, there were talks to transfer Unified Healing to EE System in order to unite all efforts under one umbrella. It's worth noting that all funds generated from such a transfer were to be allocated towards humanitarian initiatives around the world, while I would continue working for free to support the mission, which I had no problem doing whatsoever. When EE Systems saw the opportunity of what full control of Unified Healing could give them, their perspective changed on how to go about it. Instead of merging, they began taking actions to build their own version of it by using some of the very people that built everything for Unified Healing, while attempting to destroy the very entity that brought them into global awareness by claiming that it was a failure. I would love to know how it could possibly be a failure with providing such astounding traction for the technology itself, but that's a conversation for a different day. During this time in late 2024, I started receiving unsolicited information about the company and the owners behind it from many individuals all around the world, such as their ex-employees, current employees, and even some of their friends. What I learned and verified blew my mind and completely changed the timeline of what was about to happen next. It's interesting to me how everything started coming to me by coincidence at the very point where there was a serious consideration of transferring everything over to them. I found out that the incredible technology that they've been representing to be their own, a technology that has helped and will continue to help millions around the world, was actually created by someone else, and not by the founder of EE System, the way we were all told. The name of this someone else is Robert J. Religa, a brilliant programmer with a vision to create a software that could expand consciousness and therefore help the body heal itself just by being around it. And yes, this technology does just that. It's absolutely incredible. I heard about Robert in the past, but when I asked the founders of EE System about him, they brushed it off by telling me that he was just a drunk and an overpaid programmer. They conveniently forgot to mention that they licensed the technology from him back in 2001, an agreement which expired in 2016 and was never renewed. And the fact that he has the copyright to the source code filed under his name and his company, they left that part out too. They also conveniently forgot to mention that he has been trying to stop them from selling his technology for the past few decades. And the only reason why he didn't succeed was because he didn't have the money for legal battles. I trusted the founders of EE System like my own family, which is why I accepted their initial response to the matter and did not look deeper until I did, because of all of the signs coming to me at the same time period to look into this. What did I find? That everything Robert J. Religa was saying was true, according to all of the documents that came my way. At this point, I knew that because of how incredible the technology is, which, by the way, many of you have already experienced for yourselves, I needed to find a way to ensure that nothing would stop us in bringing forth this powerful technology to the world, because once again, it works impeccably. So I tracked down Robert and went to visit him personally in California. After hearing his story and further verifying all of the evidence, like past licensing agreements that he had with the founder of EE System, where the founder licensed it from him and never renewed, which, by the way, is very direct proof that the founder is not the inventor in the way that the founder led us all to believe. While I was in shock, I knew that action needed to be taken in order to right past wrongs that I and many others were unknowingly a part of, and ensure that none of this would leave any form of liability for all of the incredible individuals who stepped up to become center owners all around the world. So that's exactly what I did. And that is when the journey really began. In the midst of all of this, EE System was attempting to finalize a transfer to take over Unified Healing for over $7 million. But it evolved from an agreement in which funds would go to humanitarian purposes to what was really just a hush money deal and pretty much a bribe to stay quiet because they were already in the process of attempting to build their own version of Unified Healing with my former team members that they took for themselves. The points that were emphasized the most in the agreement they were pushing me to sign over and over again were about how I needed to be quiet and completely leave the scene, never being allowed to speak to center owners ever again, who, by the way, are the very people who signed up for this mission because of my work. Simply put, I was asked to abandon them. I knew that this was not an option, especially after verifying the information that came my way about the truth of what was really going on that came to my awareness in late 2024. So on January 14th, 2025, I shared the truth with the center owners while bringing forth a powerful solution that's not only a big win for all center owners, but also a big win for Robert, the original inventor, and most importantly, a massive win for all of you watching this right now. Because now, not only will EE System center owners and future center owners receive better and more scientific education to back the technology, which will only increase the quality of the experience for all of you as the end users, but it is now also leading to more awareness for all centers around the world. And the best part is that the technology is now much more affordable for individual purposes. If you're an individual who feels the calling to want to be a part of this and own or operate a wellness center yourself, the network will now also be including exclusive territories to ensure that your business is protected in a responsible way. Something that should have been done a long time ago and something that is finally being implemented. Prior to sharing the origins of the technology with the center owners, and in a period of just about a month, the impossible was made possible. An exclusive licensing deal was signed with Robert J. Religa directly, with royalties going to Robert the way that it should have been from the very start. A new website was built. A new Instagram profile was formed. The technology was redesigned in a beautiful way, but only when it comes to its configuration, because the functions and guiding principles are the same. The technology was also made much more affordable when it comes to direct and new sales, and a new movement was born. We call it the Light System.
The future of medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. That future is now. Imagine a unique technology that utilizes encoded color and light frequencies to help promote wellness. Our proprietary technology creates frequencies that penetrate deep into the body. These frequencies carry encoded information that can improve cellular function and well-being. Synchronized and improved cellular function can lead to positive changes in physical well-being, mental clarity, and emotional balance. Introducing the Light System.
Both the EE System and the Light System are based on the same guiding principles, and both render incredible results, being that they both come from the same source. Both technologies generate coherent energetic fields in conjunction with positive affirmations, color therapy, sacred geometry, and biophotonics that your body synchronizes with to recharge itself on a cellular level and reach its optimal state. To summarize, I want to make something very clear. This is not an action that I ever thought was going to be taken. It's not a reality that I ever even imagined, up until recently when I knew that action needed to be taken to right past wrongs. The good news is this is leading us to an incredible place when it comes to the mission that we originally intended for 3 years ago when starting Unified Healing and promoting this incredible technology. Whether you go to an EE System Center or a Light System Center, you are supporting the same mission. And that is a mission that is focused on helping humanity heal itself in a way that empowers each and every one of you. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that any of this would or even could happen. But I guess sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. And that's exactly where we're at right now. A new reality moving forward. One that more education will be given to all, more support will be given to all, more donations will be given around the world, more help for humanity and for center owners will be provided, and of course a reality in which this technology just became more affordable for private sales and future new sales. I look forward to expanding on this mission in beautiful ways. I look forward to bringing in more incredible individuals onto this mission. People like Dr. Bryan Ardis have already agreed to be a massive support for all of this when it comes to this mission moving forward. And I look forward to bringing even more incredible individuals on the path for each and every one of us to benefit from. Thank you all very much for entrusting me with all that you've entrusted me with. Thank you very much for supporting me and making this mission what it is today. And I ask you all, especially in these times, go to unifiedhealing.com, find a center near you, and show your support to them because they deserve it the most right now. They're incredible and selfless individuals who stepped up all around the world to manifest this mission all around the world. And they deserve our love and support in these times. Go experience the technologies for yourself. Go experience what they have to offer and go say thank you to the very individual who made it possible to have that wellness center in your area in the first place. I love you all very much. There are links in the description below to learn more about everything that I just spoke about. And I look forward to seeing this mission expand beyond the stars. Thank you all, and I'll see you all soon.
Subscribe.